Alright. Hello everyone, welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with my players, Ellie,
Yo.
Kirv,
Hello.
Mortar,
Hello.
and Vinny.
Hello.
Unfortunately, we do not have a Romulus today, as Romulus has been caught up with something. It's quite alright. He's basically just explicitly said I'm on guard duty, so makes it nice and easy for us. So, with that, I think we'll get into this nice and quick, given the slightly later start on our part. But we'll see where this goes. So, hello and welcome back, everyone. Glad to have you here. Now, a quick introduction. Our party of adventurers, including Beau, Ellie, Harlan, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus, and Vinny, finished rounding up the necessary information and planning for the protection of Carol Swiftsail and, hopefully, her evacuation. With a short meeting with Marley and his crew, the party otherwise must now decide which plans exactly they wish to pursue and how they wish to go about it. So, as Mortar is making his way back to Carol's home, the rest of you are all there. Ellie, you've arrived, and sun is setting. It's very much on the brim of the horizon at this point, and it is going to be getting dark incredibly quickly soon enough. With that in mind, and the day waning, your mum begins to go around and otherwise set up a few of the lanterns, begins to turn a few of the lights on for what power there is that can provide illumination, as it is beginning to get close to night, or getting closer to night at this point, as you all enjoy a simple dinner, but a dinner nonetheless. One of you is on watch every second of it, as Mortar, you arrive back at Carol's place. So,
Oh, hell yeah.
You're all there, you're all present. What would you like to do? Carol at this point seems to be preparing to kind of bed down, but the plan of Tiny Hut hasn't been introduced to her yet.
I have a terrain question.
Okay.
This place where we are, are the roads like paved? Are they dirt roads? Is there dirt around the roads?
They are paved with dirt around the roads.
Okay, cool. So as I was coming back from my time with Mortar, then I will summon Terrador and get him to Earthglide. Okay. So he stayed hidden underground.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and just roll me a stealth check with advantage for him, because he can remain completely submerged, but this is just to see if there's anyone watching, if they'll notice.
Stealth check, that is for...
I swear, if that gardener sees
just a single flower, and he's like, oh, that wasn't there before, goes to pull it up, and it's just Terrador's head, and it's like, oh, puts it back down.
You just see him doing that NPC thing where it's just like, oh, must have been the wind.
Pretends he hasn't seen Terrador.
Sorry.
No, it's alright.
Yeah. 15, I think it was.
Oh, hang on. No, that's my stealth.
I was going to say, Terrador's stealth
10.
isn't as good. 10.
10.
So,
yeah, sorry, my bad.
Terrador can hide, and being submerged is very useful, but there is still like movement and shifting of Earth as Terrador is moving, as there's almost like you expect moles to do, or like when you see in cartoons and stuff when they leave that trail behind them. It's that kind of thing, and it then collapses back on itself. So there is kind of this small hump of Earth that's just following you around as you're walking back. So if anybody were looking for Terrador or following you, then they'd notice it. But passers-by don't seem to notice it. It seems to be that it's not interesting enough, or if it is a phenomenon, then they just notice it and they just go, okay, that's weird, but that's it.
Let's go. I wanted to do it before we got back to the house in case they were watching the house.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
You have the two guards with you, who, as they get close, they go, so do you want us to head back and come back in the morning? Do you want us to stay overnight?
Probably probably head back. We'll be fine for the night.
Alright.
I believe someone's coming in the morning, so.
Oh, all right then. Okay, we'll be back by in the morning. We'll aim for around 7. That sounds good.
Okay. Right?
All right. Have a good night. And
Night.
the two of them head off.
She's got nothing to go off of. Like, I guess they're coming back.
They'll come back in the morning around 7 o'clock.
Yeah. As we're all invisible and run away.
Yeah, they won't know that. They'll just be waiting
They'll
outside.
be guarding
like,
this
oh,
empty
they
house.
must be having a big breakfast. Just tapping their feet
No,
outside.
That's cool. So yeah, that would be my bit done.
Okay. And Mortar, you arrive not too long after.
Amazing. Yeah. I'll just rock up. I'm assuming the guards aren't staying, so I would have passed them as they went, right?
You would have either passed them as they went, or they would have taken a different direction. Because you were coming from the coast, they're probably heading back to the High Arbiter's Tower, which is on the southwestern portion of town, kind of close to the upper levels. So you probably wouldn't have passed one another unless you specifically went out of your way to do so.
Could I potentially do so?
Yeah, can if you'd like to.
Okay.
I'll say go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I'll say go ahead and make me an athletics check. And this will just be because the distances are unfavourable for you, plus the timing.
That's fair.
This would require an athletics check, I'll say, to make sure that this happens.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Oh dear. That is not in my favour. That's an 8 total.
Okay. You try to set up something like this. There are several guards that do pass by, and you kind of go to have like a friendly conversation, and then realise they're not the same 2 Minotaurs that followed you around. And there's this awkward moment where you have this happen twice, and then you're just like, okay, I give up, and you head back.
Cool, no problem.
You don't get yourself in trouble by any means, but you don't manage to catch the 2 guards that were specifically following and working with you guys to keep Ellie safe.
No worries at all. Mortar's face has swollen as well. Like, the nut shot that he took is finally kicking in, and he is walking with a heavy limp, and the entire right side of his face is swollen, and it is purple.
Okay. So they probably wouldn't recognise you anyway.
Has he come into the house yet?
Yeah.
Romulus lets him into the house and just goes, "Oh, do you need me to get you some ice?"
Mortar will just shake his head. It just kind of, Mortar will just shake his head and walk in.
Alright then.
I think Kirv sort of stops in her tracks after seeing Mortar all beaten up. Bites her tongue and is like, I'm gonna need some tea. And she goes to the kitchen and, not knowing how to make tea, attempts to make tea.
Okay, go ahead and make me a cooking check with, I cook utensils check with disadvantage, and this will be using your intelligence. So, you do not have proficiency, so this is effectively an intelligence check. That is a 3. You see the box labelled tea bag, you take one out, and as you saw Romulus doing, you put it in a mug, you put cold water in there, you take the tea bag out, you throw it in the bin, and it is very lightly teed cold water.
I'm actually offended personally.
It's like
it's a good job I don't know disintegrate.
It's basically undercarriage sweat. That's all it is.
It is. I'm so upset. Couldn't have done that to coffee. Like.
No.
I like to think she puts a tea bag in her mouth and then pours some water into her mouth and just straight from the kettle and then chews.
Oh, so efficient.
Yeah. The kettle's cold. The kettle's cold. You didn't put it under heat, so it's just like crunch, crunch, and tastes horrible. This wasn't at all like how Romulus or Carol made it earlier, but oh well. I guess you'll have to learn.
I like the idea Romulus is just staring at Kirv throughout the entirety of this, just in absolute dismay. Anyway. I guess we'll all reconvene.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything went well with the cafe then?
Yeah. She's good to house Carol for the time being. She said she can't protect her, which is fair. So maybe one of us might have to stay behind with her, but otherwise, we're good for that.
Okay then. Mum, how would you feel about leaving the house for a little while?
Now? Well, it's getting quite dark out.
Ellie puts her hand up. I'd prefer to do it tomorrow. I can cast invisibility then.
I mean, I'm fine with leaving the house for a bit, but it is getting dark, and it might be...
No, if invisibility is contingent on waiting, then I think that would be safer.
Okay. I mean, I'm happy to go out tomorrow, yeah. Would it not be dangerous? Or is the intent to take me to that cafe you mentioned?
Yeah, it would be somewhere you could stay and be as safe as possible while we deal with this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right then. In that case, is everyone ready to start getting ready to bed down?
Yeah?
Did you need me to bring blankets down? I still have my room, and you have yours as well, Vinny. But we don't have beds for the rest of you. Like, I have spare blankets and duvets.
Blankets would be nice. That
would be lovely.
Nicer than camping supplies, at least. I have a spell that I can cast.
Okay.
That provides a lot of protection. We use it to try and keep safe when we're traveling.
Yes, a hut. You mentioned it in one of your letters.
Yes.
Will the hut fit inside the house?
Let me actually remind myself of the details. Is it 10-foot radius?
It's 10-foot radius dome. So, in terms of how it will fit, it will intersect between the living room and the main hall, and it will reach to the ceiling, but it will be cut off there. So it won't be a protective dome from above, which means that if the building were to collapse or someone were to try and come in from above, they could get straight into the dome because it gets blocked by solid or by total cover.
I mean, the flip side is that we cast the dome upstairs, and we cast it in such a way where it blocks off entrance to the stairwell.
I mean, could be done. It depends on what you want to do. The ceiling isn't high enough to warrant the 10-foot height limit. But width-wise, you can fit it quite happily in the main hallway, the dining room, and the living room. It will happily fill, not necessarily most of it, but it will take up a good chunk of it. The main problem would be the ceiling, because it isn't raised anywhere other than the stairwell.
Okay. Would the being incomplete prove a problem for people trying to teleport in?
No. It would still prevent that. It would be more of if somebody knew about the tiny hut and they tried to, let's say, for example, do something to get in from above or below, they still could. Getting in from below was always a problem with the tiny hut, but getting in from above was usually not a problem.
Okay. There's not a cellar in this house, is there?
No. Not that you know of.
Okay. Well,
if there is one, it's been added since you were a kid, and your mum's not mentioned it.
If I cast it in a reasonable place, do I know what room the weakness above would be in?
Yes. So the weakness above would be either from your living room. I'm just trying to remember the layout that I had in my head now. If you were to do it in the kitchen, it would be your mum's room. If you were to do it in the dining room, it would be your room. And if you did it in the hallway, it would be the cupboards directly above, that otherwise branch off from the workroom, which is above the living room.
Okay.
I mean, we could always station someone at the point of weakness.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest. If we have 2 watches going in at any one time, have one person awake inside the dome and the other one up above.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I might benefit from being in a slightly higher elevation, especially if it's near a window.
Depends on where you set up the dome.
Mm-hmm. If I set it up below Vinny's room, did you say?
Yeah, that would be the dining room / laundry area at the back.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, well, who's going with who then?
I don't mind taking any. I'm happy to take the first.
I guess the question then becomes, how many people can fit inside the tiny hux? It's been a while since you've cast it, and you've sometimes had to leave people out because of the numbers in your party.
Well, we're going to have people out of it anyway because we're going to have 2 people upstairs
Yes.
at the point
one
where
upstairs,
the
one in
weakness
the hut.
is.
Yeah. So it's more the
issue with
concern
that
of
is that
maximum capacity.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Because people who aren't in it initially can't enter. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller.
9 creatures. So I've always been okay with it being, for the most part, kind of on the edge of that, and considering Romulus a medium creature, he just counts as large for the purposes of
And Ellie.
And Ellie as well. So for the purpose of this, you would be able to fit everybody within the dome for the initial casting. I would say that it wouldn't be comfortable while both Romulus and Ellie are in there. So one of them will probably have to be on watch, at least during the night.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm happy to do watch.
Yeah, me too. Don't forget also we got a package coming as well, so someone might want to keep an ear out for that.
Okay. In which case, somebody who can leave the dome without dispelling it should be on the last watch.
It'll be the first watch is when you're expecting the first package, and then the second package will be shortly after you wake up.
Okay. Okay, the opposite of what I just said then.
I mean, I'm happy to go for the first watch, unless Ellie, you want to do that.
If we take it in turns, so one of us has to do first, one of us does last, so each of us will be there for the package because they recognize us.
Yeah. If you go first, then I'll go second.
Cool.
We can alternate that way. Does anybody else have like an idea?
I don't mind whenever Kirv goes.
Cool.
So you have 3 watches that you'll need to cover if you're going to be keeping an eye out on this. If Ellie's on the first
does
one...
Does it make sense for Kirv and Romulus, who are the designated bodyguards of Carol? So Kirv will be staying in the dome, I'm assuming, with Carol. So Carol benefits from your aura?
That makes sense.
Okay.
So Kirv and Romulus second, which means that Romulus is out when I'm in.
And also gives Romulus a chance to do his breakfast thing in the morning as well, and kind of set the day up right.
In which case, Romulus would probably want to be on the last watch.
So Romulus would be last watch then.
Yeah, so that he can make breakfast.
Does that work for everybody?
That works. Do you want to have Carvern and Beau as extra roles on either?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. Even though they're not here, they can still perform. They can still perform checks to help you out.
Yeah, I kind of think Beau would benefit from being upstairs, like with a bit of a window view and stuff, being a sharpshooter. I think he'd benefit from being upstairs.
He also has no ability to see in the night.
Oh,
so he'd probably be going first, I imagine.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Carvan is still damaged. Oh, that's right. You need to have a long rest.
Yeah.
So it's Ellie and... Sorry, go on.
And I can't leave the dome, but I can still participate in a watch for extra checks if there's one that we think wants bulking up.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I was going to say...
Probably for mid, because that's probably when we'll get...
I guess the better question now becomes, has anybody got any points of exhaustion? Because if anyone's got points of exhaustion, they cannot participate in a watch.
I don't think I do. Oh no, I got brought back with True Resurrection, so I'm good.
No, doesn't look like it.
I will double check Carvern. Carvern doesn't. I'll double check Beau. I don't think Beau does.
Pretty sure Beau doesn't.
No, Beau's good.
Romulus does.
Oh, okay.
Romulus does? Romulus does.
Rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah.
So
Romulus will have to sleep in.
Okay, so does it make sense for Kirv to step in for Romulus?
It should be okay, because we've got Vinny and you on the last watch, so you'll be okay. It'll just be Romulus.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Just means you'll have to go upstairs for the last watch.
That's fine. That was the plan anyway, so...
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, you begin to cast the Lehman's tiny hut. Carol brings down some blankets, places them down as the Lehman's tiny hut begins to take fold. In this moment, you kind of with your hands on the ground, and the shimmer begins to otherwise form around, starting from the ground, reaching up, and reaching the ceiling, where you can see there's about a 4 foot to 3 foot wide gap at the top of the dome where it meets the floor of the second floor. It's not necessarily a big gap by any means, but if anyone were in the know, it could be used to their advantage. With that in mind, the blankets have been laid down, and you begin to take your rest. I need to double check something. Okay. So, beginning on the first watch in this moment, as Romulus begins to bed down, the rest of you do as well. Ellie, you're left alone with Beau. Beau otherwise heads upstairs, takes up watch in Vinny's room, and just kind of seems to kind of keep to himself. No chance for conversation during this time. However, I would like you to make me a perception check.
I'm sending Jeff up with Beau because he doesn't need to sleep, so Jeff will be overviewing throughout the night.
Oh, nice.
And Terrador, I'm going to get him to keep a heads up for using Tremor Sense to see if anyone comes in via his location.
Okay. So, roll a perception check for Terrador and Jeff and you. So Jeff has advantage, so we'll make it the last one.
Yep.
So we'll have Ellie, Terrador, and then
Jeff. Well, Terrador got 20!
Okay.
Hell.
Hell yeah.
You are...
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you have no telepathic connection with Terrador. As you do not have the means by which to communicate with him easily. But as you are sat inside the dome, you hear kind of the gentle sound of movement, followed by a knock on the door, followed by a yelp as someone kind of dashes away. You go to the door, kind of look out, and you can see that Terrador is there standing in front of the door, and as you open it up, there is a thin package that has been left. and
Hell yeah.
you just hear the sound of someone running down the street. Seemingly very surprised, an elemental just came out of the front garden, and they were presumably just a courier bringing this item that you asked for.
That's so valid.
That's awesome.
Poor person just got jumped by Pterodor.
Come on, this was a good boy. All right, then I'll
keys.
get him to go back under. I'll tell him to keep a lookout for as long as you can, but make sure you do rest too.
Digs down.
I'm hopeless for looking. Just don't count me out. Jeff got a 16.
16. Okay. Jeff keeps a good eye, as does Beau, because Beau got a natural 14. I don't know what Beau's perception is, but hold on, what's his passive perception? 17. So it's at least a +7. So yeah, 21. He keeps a good eye and is able to do so from the interior of Vinny's room. As you are there.
Quickly, right at the start of the rest, I am sending to Capietta to let her know we'll be there in the morning.
Okay.
Because she said to let her know, and it's just reminding me I've got to do that.
You receive a sending back, the reply to the sending is, okay, I'll make sure the shop door is unlocked, but it will still be marked as closed. Just come in, and when you do, the bell will ring and I'll know that you've arrived.
Cool. And wild magic doesn't go off. That's my stuff.
Okay, cool. Glad to know wild magic didn't go off when you got sending inside the tiny hut. Just the assassins in wait outside. They just hear a muffled explosion. One of them looks in and goes, "Looks like they did the job for us." She's been blown up by a fireball.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. What did you do? Nothing. We showed up and she was dead. Okay. Wonderful. So, you've received this package and you head back inside. Someone will need to attune to it during the night. Someone who's... Well, you'll be able to decide who it is. But looking it over, you can see that it is kind of a simple wrapped box. And it's not really much of anything else. It seems to have been wrapped in relative haste. Do you wish to do anything with said box, or just open it?
I will open it to see exactly what it is. I will do it outside of the dome. Just in case.
Good thinking.
Okay. So, opening it up while outside, you peel back the pieces of it, and as you look at the inside, you can see kind of a soft-lined interior to this kind of simple box, and in the center of it is a relatively beautiful, what looks to be a golden circlet that is otherwise kind of in a twisted fashion, like a twisted metal fashion. And you can see at the head of it is a series of 3 gemstones, each of two of which are diamond and one of which seems to be a sapphire, which are of a very intricate make, and you can see that there is almost a slight warping of magic around it. This is a powerful magic item.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I've seen a ring of mind shielding before. Does this give me the same vibe?
Similar. It doesn't feel like it has the same quality as the Ring of Mind Shielding. Ring of Mind Shielding is fairly obviously just like, hey, it does one trick. This looks like it's much more robust when it comes to its magical protections. As you were informed, it is going to be more powerful than what you might otherwise expect, but at the same time, this is also on loan. This isn't for keeping.
Okay, then I will check it over, make sure everything's all good with it, and then I will take it in and offer it up to Vinny for him to choose if he wants to use it or give it to who he seems fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so you give it to Vinny to attune to, did you say?
Yeah, I've given it to Vinny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Vinny, you have this, and you begin to attune to it, I assume, as you rest?
Vinny?
Apologies. Yes, I believe that's what we had agreed.
Wonderful.
Sounds like a plan.
I will have to unattune the boots of speed to do this. For the duration of however long we have this. So,
I will
if
send
there are any takers for those.
I guess, Mortar, do you want boots of speed?
I have a slot free, so
I'm
willing to hold on to them. I'm willing to hold on to them for you, unless we think Carvern would benefit.
Carvern would. Carvern is also already faster than most of you, so Carvern doesn't necessarily need
But
them
more
as much.
speed, more good.
Okay, yes, but also, if Carvern is potentially not going with you tomorrow so that you can invisible everyone, you're basically leaving them behind.
That is true. That is true.
Actually, remind me, what is Carvern's speed?
I believe it is 40 feet. Let me check.
40.
Stat
Yeah.
block. Yeah, 40 feet because of her levels in Barbarian, so she has the unarmored movement.
Yes.
I mean, would Kirv benefit from boots of speed?
I don't think I have any slots, and I can thunderstep.
Respect.
Okay. So we can either give it to Mortar, give them to Mortar, or I can give them to Carol.
Super fast,
mum. I like the idea that you're like, you just need to click your heels, and she's like, what, like this? And then just stands still and clicks them, and she's like, this isn't working. Just turning them off and on.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. That's a really interesting idea.
I hate that that's not a bad idea.
I love that that's not a bad idea.
Do you want to give them to her?
I mean, it makes sense.
If necessary, I can say, click these and run. Here's Carvern, who's really fast anyway. She'll be going with you.
Yeah, literally.
And I can move 40 foot as well, so I can keep up too.
I was going to say, it's a great escape plan.
If we're in a difficult situation, she can leg it. Most of us are fast enough that we can catch up through some means or another, or have ranged weapons, or some combination of the two.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. When she wakes up, then I'm going to give Vinny's mum the boots of speed.
Okay. Are they attunement?
They are, yes.
Oh, so she'll be able to attune to them in the morning, given this will be the only magic item she'd have attuned to her, so that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Banging.
Okay. And you have the note of what the circlet does. I've sent that to you.
Cool. I'll get that in my inventory. Thank you.
Okay. So, with that, and Beau staying upstairs, Ellie, you kind of settle back down. The circlet now given to Vinny. Fairly passive. Nothing really happens all that much. There's a time when, like, you're sat about, not necessarily doing anything in particular, keeping an eye, watching. You're kind of in the dark. Liam's tiny hut is placed, curtains are pulled, Terrador's outside. It's a little bit lonely, but you know, this is important.
Just sort of staring at Romulus, like, please, just hang on, I will fix this.
Okay. As the night draws closer and darker, we then move on to Kirv and Carvern. Carvern takes Beau's place upstairs. Okay. Kirv, go ahead and roll me a perception check, if you please.
I'll have my 2 crows, Eugene and Filch, also having a look out, if that's all right.
You'll have your 1 crow because Eugene is still flying because you
Still flying
after he got close to you.
You're right.
Traveling the continent.
Actually,
he's gonna
I
be buff.
actually, wasn't Filch
He's gonna
shot?
be buff.
Filch was shot when you were at
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah,
Lord
he hasn't come
Trustin's. So
back,
no,
has
you don't
he?
have him yet.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're
Oh.
birdless.
Yeah,
I'm birdless.
until morning, and then Filch will be back, and Eugene will still be flying. Or he'll get killed by a bird of prey. Who knows? I'm rolling for him every day, seeing what happens.
I had a little conversation planned out and everything. Okay, so Curves just mopes a bit because she doesn't have anyone to chat to.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so in her feelings that she rolled a 6.
Okay. If anything did happen while you were awake, you are none the wiser. Okay. Moving on to the final one, the final watch.
Well, Carver and the G, did she see anything?
She, I forgot, does not have dark vision, so she rolled disadvantage and got a 4. So,
Nice.
So if anything happened on the middle watch, nobody saw it. So,
Nice.
then we move on
Jeff's
to
roll
Mortar
carry
and
over?
Vinny.
You can rely on us, Carol.
Yes, Jeff's
We got you.
Jeff's roll carries over because Jeff doesn't need sleep.
Okay.
Pterodor, on the other hand, does. So Pterodor was only for the beginning.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Sick.
So Jeff's 16 sticks. But does Jeff have dark
Jeff is
vision?
an MVP.
Jeff doesn't, so it would be a flat roll.
So it will be a flat roll. So I would say go ahead and roll me a flat roll just for when it gets to like dark.
Dirk.
Okay, noted.
6.
So Jeff also doesn't see anything if anything happened during that middle section. So,
Don't worry, we've all got this.
Mortar and Vinny, go ahead and roll me your perception checks. As Carverne comes downstairs and hands over to you, Mortar, you head upstairs to Vinny's room. You can see that it's kind of dusty, but left mostly as it was. There's a little trail of dust where the two of them, Beau and Carverne, have kind of moved back and forth. You can see out the window where the curtains are drawn that it looks over the back garden. You can see that there is a kind of a thin hedge line around the outside. There is 2 neighbouring plots to either side, as well as what looks to be more of a untamed section of the city where there's just kind of natural trees, a little bit of overgrown bushes and shrubs, thorns, brambles, whatever you might find kind of behind, and then beyond that seems to be another house and garden. So it seems to be kind of like a middle wildlife spot.
Okay. No worries. Okay. That is a dirty 20 for Mortar.
Okay.
I'm actually going to burn inspiration on this. I really want to...
Okay.
I really want to see. Want to see if I can... Yeah, okay, yeah, that's better. 22 for Mortar.
And a dirty 20 for Vinny.
Okay. You two are fairly aware in the morning about stuff that's going on. I will say, with those, I'm just going to make a roll real quick. Okay. The two of you hear something early on in the morning. You can't imagine there are many people moving around, but you hear the sound of clinking nearby, followed by almost what sounds to be like the dropping of something outside the front.
I will use spatial awareness.
Okay.
To detect. Oh no, sorry. Draw upon consciousness to sense nearby creatures with an intelligence of 4 or higher for the next 10 minutes. I believe it's. It doesn't say if it has a range or not. I'm assuming 30 feet.
I believe it's 30 feet. Yeah. So you can sense the neighbors next door, to which you can sense the older man, his wife, and presumably their dog as well, who's surprisingly intelligent, given that most animals don't come up on your radius, but Oh well. You also what's Terrador's intelligence?
Terrador's, my boy's intelligence is... Come on, Terrador. Your intelligence is 5.
Okay, you can pick up on Terrador, who is outside below ground, but seemingly the nature of whatever thoughts there may be are currently kind of... He's on standby. And there is another individual beyond that, seemingly on the street outside, that's kind of stationary at this time. I'll say in the other direction, given where you are, you can't sense anybody else nearby on the other side. You also can't sense anyone beside your friends below, of which you can sense some of them. It seems that from this angle where you're directly above, your spatial awareness is allowing you to peer straight into the tiny hut.
Ooh, that's very interesting. I'll use my last 6 spell points to cast Sending to Vinny. Okay. And I'll say, did you hear that? Detected another intelligence outside front, currently watching the property. You can respond to this message.
Okay. The sending goes through, which is disconcerting to you, Vinny, because obviously your tiny hut should be blocking it, but you hear it.
Okay. Okay, I'll attempt to respond then. Yes, I heard it. Wondered if it was milk, but if they're still watching, see if you can get eyes.
Mortar will nod to it, despite the fact he's nowhere near Vinny, and he will stealthily, as quietly as he can, sticking to the darkness and the shadows of the early morning, attempt to get to a window with a good view of this individual to appraise with his illusion, kind of with his eyes that could kind of partially see through illusions.
Okay. You squeeze through into the bathroom, and kind of you quickly see through. You peer out the front window, and you can see I'll say go ahead and roll me another perception check for me, please, just to see what details you pick up on.
Okay, because I was actually going to try this, is there any merit to me also turning Black Scorpion into Crimson Vulture for the scope to try and get details on like facial features?
If it were further, I would say if it were further away than where it currently is, because it's about like it's a small front garden, so it's like
it's within 30
feet
of
it's within
where I
30
was,
feet.
yeah.
So if it were further than that, I'd
say
the scope would help, but in this instance, I'll say it's not going to make much of a difference.
Great, yeah, so there's not much merit to that. No problem at all. Oh, that is huge. 29, let's go!
Looking out the front window, you see currently posted up opposite the house, kind of at one of the small houses opposite, kind of leaning up against their fence, you see what looks to be a kind of bestraggled old dwarf individual, skin turning quite heavily to stone, kind of cracks in it in places, thick, little bit of a rugged beard across him. He's kind of sat down, hunched down, a blanket over him, and what looks to be a kind of an empty mug of what may have once been alcohol next to him, where he is otherwise sat down. With that 29, you go, the first glance you look at him and you're like, okay, it's a homeless person. It's someone who's just posting up in the neighborhood, hoping, just maybe getting some sleep in the early hours after scavenging. Except this homeless person's wearing full plate. And has posted up opposite the house and seems to just be pretending to sleep. Or quite possibly pretending to be unconscious.
Okay, with that intel, I'm out of spell points now, so Mortar is going to just moving down through the corridor, moving down the stairs, and I'll kind of put a hand on Vinny's shoulder, and I'll just say
something to know. Actually, not necessarily to change this, but just to know, because you would be on last watch, you would have gained the benefit of your full rest, so you should have your spell points back topped up. So you would be able to cast more if you needed to, plus the free sendings you'd have.
So amazing! In which case, then, so that first one would have been one of my free sendings.
One of your free sendings, yeah.
Amazing. Okay, in which case, then, yeah, I'll send.
There's not a way for you to really interrupt your long rest.
Okay, I will do a sending to Vinny again, and I'll say, unless homeless people started wearing full plate armor and being really bad at pretending that they're drunk, then I think we've got a problem. How do you want me to proceed?
How close to the end of the watch would this be, Chris?
I'd say this is probably about an hour until Lehman's tiny heart breaks. This is probably, I'd say, around 5 in the morning that this happens. So first light is going to be breaking in about half hour to an hour.
Okay. Yeah. Don't let him out of your sight. Also, it sounded like he dropped something.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say with the 29, you figure out that was his plate mail hitting the ground where he sat down.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled a 3 on his stealth from disadvantage.
Dude is sloppy.
Yeah.
Wow.
As far as he's concerned, there's just a little old lady inside.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm getting paranoid, but the guy doesn't.
No, I'm with you.
Doesn't seem like much of an assassin.
In
general.
Maybe he's just a creepy guy with a crush.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
who did he follow?
Here for the assassination, just that.
I mean, I can potentially watch him without him being aware that I'm doing so. What if? So at this point, we would have all. We've not all had a long rest. It's just me and Vinny at this point.
But at this point, it's basically, unless you start combat, you guys will still benefit from a long rest. You can still do stuff.
Perfect. What I'll do then, I will do one more sending to Vinny. So this will be
actual spell points.
I'll actually be going into my spell points now.
Okay.
So hold on, 32. So that is 27. There we go. I'll say, wake Ellie, get her to establish a telepathic bond. I'm going to cast Arcane Eye and follow this guy.
As a note, he's not moving.
No, in terms of in terms of try and get close-ups of him and that was the wrong word. Try and get close-ups of him and basically see if we can identify any features about this guy that are familiar to anybody here, with everybody being able to observe the Arcane Eye as we've done before.
I see. In order for Ellie to set telepathic bond, you're going to have to wait the hour until she wakes up, because she was part of Watch.
Okay. All right.
Also, still has those spell points.
Okay. In the meantime, okay. All right. Never mind. In which case, then I will just keep an eye on him, and if he does move or begin to leave, I will cast Arcane Eye to follow him.
Okay. You keep an eye on him for that duration with the 29. There are times when he yawns, and you can just see that he kind of settles back down. The rag or blanket that he has over him kind of falls away a little bit, and then he kind of pulls it back up and seems to almost tuck it a little bit into his armor, as if trying to hide it. But He kind of posts up, closes his eyes. You see he at one point reaches for his mug. You can very clearly see kind of this thick dwarven gauntlet, where he otherwise reaches for it and just kind of tries to pour what's left of it in there before just kind of putting it upside down on the dirt.
A dwarven gauntlet. Okay.
Time passes and he doesn't seem to do anything else. As the hour is nearly up, the rest of you begin to wake with about 10 minutes and 15 minutes left of your Leomund's tiny hut. As Romulus gets up and just asks, "Do we want breakfast or shall we get ready to go?"
We should get ready.
Ah, good.
No
I made
breakfast?
sandwiches from the day before so we can eat on the go if we need.
I would say breakfast. The problem is Mortar's currently tracking someone outside.
Where?
Just outside, sat across from the house, pretending to be asleep.
Oh.
Okay.
Not being terribly subtle, but...
She sort of rubs her eyes, rubs Cytonia, casts Detect Thoughts.
Okay. You can sense the individual across the road.
Is there much going on? Is there like...
So,
is there like, or got to stay quiet, or is there active thinking, or has he just fallen asleep?
Passive thoughts currently are... I think at the moment he's mainly... I'd say he's probably what any of us might do if we're caught in a position where we're just bored, and he's currently thinking through different scenarios. The scenarios he seems to be thinking through are ways to introduce himself. There are situations where he's thinking about what he's going to have for lunch today. Like, is he going to be having lunch here? Is he going to be having lunch at one of the local pubs? Is there anything else he needs to do? He's a little bit frustrated, is one of the emotions you get. Not necessarily, like, angry by any chance. More just put out of his way sort of situation. Yeah. Along with a few casual thoughts, like things of almost like he's remembered just by like maybe looking around, you get the spark of inspiration that he wants to paint the living room.
Well, I mean, he seems to want to decorate, and just wondering where he's eating his lunch.
Can we adopt him? He sounds like a right lad.
If this guy's an assassin, he's assassinated really badly. He's also trying to work out how to introduce himself, which really doesn't seem assassin-y to me. But I don't know, maybe assassins in this place work differently. My experience of them are stab while you're asleep.
I'm here to kill you today, stab.
Yeah.
How would you rate this service?
I would like to fill out the leaflet after. It'd be exciting.
I don't know. Maybe he's more of an avant-garde.
I mean,
sorry, what was that last
there...
Just maybe he's more avant-garde in his methods.
Is there any merit, because this guy's clearly tired, is there any merit in me casting sleep on this guy and us just dragging him in here and interrogating him?
I kind of low-key love that.
It's kind of clean, I'm not gonna lie.
I will say the following. He is drowsy enough that we'll count the effective HP as double.
Okay.
So if you want to cast sleep, you can, because obviously sleep doesn't scale very well with late game enemies. So we'll count it as double because he's already a little bit drowsy, if that is a plan you want to do. I
kind of want to try
that's
it, but
up to you.
only
That's something you want to try.
Yes. So instead of 5d8, it would be 10d8 at level 1.
Effectively, yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay.
And then obviously as it scales, it will get doubled still. So if it goes to like 7d8, it will instead be 14d8.
I'm still upstairs. I don't really want to spend any more spell slots doing sending.
What if this is a guy that's meant to be here in the morning?
Mm.
If we want to talk to this guy, I think it would make sense for one of us to go out rather than.
So someone who can actually negotiate as well, someone who's good with words.
Once the hut's done, I'll go and talk to him.
Okay. I was going to say I can keep an eye on. I've got a sniper's view, so I can basically start taking pot shots at this guy as soon as he if stuff starts going sideways. I can engage straight away.
Yeah.
I'll say
I'll
Beau
go
follows
out
your lead and joins you upstairs so that he can get a flanking second sniper's shot from Carol's room in the event that it's needed.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Do you want Kirv to come with you, Vinny, or stick by Carol?
That's actually a good idea.
I was going to say, if anything does happen, I want you all with
Carol.
My only reason for thinking that Kirv, my only reason for thinking Kirv going out there with you is potentially because she's very charismatic from a metagame perspective. Potentially, she would be able to give you advantage on certain charisma checks if they were necessary.
But could this all be a distraction so someone hops in and grabs Carol?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
in that case, then I'm going to suggest if the two snipers go up top, I go out and Kirv, you come with me.
Mm-hmm.
The other three stay with Carol and be ready to be on the move.
Perfect. Yeah, I like it.
If fighting begins, get her out first, and then
let's make
worry about helping the rest of us.
Let's make the back entrance of the house the exit. We'll make that the kind of communal. That will be the place we go. So that means people are just going straight there.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Great. Perfect. We got a plan.
I'll say Carol begins attuning to the boots of speed.
Mm-hmm.
The spoots of bead.
Yes, the spoots of bead.
Nice. Since it's the start of the day and it could be a day where we do some fighting, I'm going to try and get Song of Servants up on people.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I'll say, Telepathic Bond can be ritually cast, can't it, Ellie?
Yes, it can.
Do you want to do that while Song of Servants is being cast, while the dome is still up because it can actually go through and reach Mortar?
Yeah, that'll do. I can do that.
Perfect. And while they're doing that, Mortar is going to activate precognition, just in case.
How long does precognition last?
So it's the psychic imbual. Sorry. So while imbued, I have advantage on initiative rolls, basically.
So that's an hour, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Sick.
Okay. Spells are cast. Song of Servants is cast. Who benefits from Song of Servants?
It's up to 6 creatures, including myself, so it's going to be me, Romulus, Mortar, Kirv, and Ellie, the 5 players. It'd be rude not to. And either Carol as being in most in need, or Carvern as being able to rage and get the most out of them.
I feel like anything that gives Carol any action economy or anything like that is huge.
You know what? Yeah, that's probably the best idea.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that 2d4.
Invigorated for today.
I will note that down.
So just as a reminder for this spell, it's
for Carol's health.
I don't think I've heard this one before, actually.
I've used it once before, but it's weird. It's 2d4 temporary hit points that you gain now, and every time you finish a short rest for the next 8 hours.
Damn, that's really cool.
It's not a ton, but getting it multiple times a day can add up if you're doing multiple.
Hey man, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it.
Okay. 6.
It's 6 temporary hit points.
Okay, that's a higher roll.
Hell yeah.
Carol now has...
Thank you, brother.
Now has 10 hit... Oh, no. Because she has... No, she has more than that. She has 14 hit points now.
Nice. Yeah, don't forget about her levels she took in Monk.
She didn't take any levels in Monk.
I don't know.
She just rolled well. Like the old man I beat the party with on Friday. Anyway.
Shut up.
So,
Monk would actually be an incredible class for a
honestly, yeah. Yeah, it would. That's a really cool RP there.
Okay. So telepathic bond is up, and
sorry, was there temporary hit points given out? I kind of
yeah,
6. Yes, 6 temporary hit points.
6. Thank you very much.
And I've noted down that that's up, so I will.
And everybody, make sure that you have recovered from everything. Whenever. So you've had a long rest. If you are missing hit die, make sure that you regain half your level's worth. So at level 13 currently, you will regain 6.
Dotty.
Okay. Back up to 12. Good.
Romulus also has tempting treats to hand out, of which he will hand out to one to Carol, and then one to everybody other than Mortar, who he can't necessarily go and give it to currently because Mortar is hiding upstairs.
That's all good. No problem at all. And Beau.
Yeah. He has 5, so it'll be 1 to Carol and then 4 to the remaining party members. He'll have one himself because he can capitalize.
Okay, so it was 6 additional hit die, so that is 13. Oh, I'm back to full.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I just have to scroll across because of all of his actions. Harlan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh my word.
Different class resources and actions he can do.
Oh my word.
It's just Harlan being Harlan. He's got a 12th one in case he gets one later. But it's getting to the point where I'm going to have to start adding additional columns. Because he's almost reached the point which is on the character sheet which isn't supposed to be reached.
Nice.
Anyway.
I used one of those. That's perfect.
Go. Wild Magic didn't go off for both my spells.
What was the second one?
Titan Armor. I cast it every morning.
Ah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so Vinny, were you heading outside at this point?
We've got all of our preparations. Is everyone ready to move in case of emergency?
Yep.
Carol nods. She has the boots of speed on. Everyone else has got packs ready in case it's needed.
Yeah. Yeah, the boots of speed should be pretty easy to wear and comfortable. I've drawn them for Vinny before. They're just basically just leather boots that go all the way up to the knee, but are like pretty lightweight, easy to wear, just with the metal heels to click together.
Yep.
Sorry, so we have a Carol in knee-high boots.
Yeah. Carol in knee-high boots, a summer dress, and what looks to be a belt and a kind of a small bag that's strapped.
I'm just picturing Rain just leaning back in their chair, just fanning themselves right now.
Getting a bit hot in here.
I'm about to say.
But like any magic item, they have shaped themselves to be comfortable for Carol to wear.
Oh.
They're really squeezing those varicose veins.
Shut up.
We'll remind you all, these are the same boots Vinny has been wearing the whole time.
Yeah, but it's your mum.
Anyway.
Fair enough.
So. Are you heading outside then?
In that case, Kirv, if you would like to join me.
Yeah, let's see what this dude's up to.
Okay, you head outside. You're heading outside stealthily.
I feel like if he starts to try running away, he's not going to get far.
He's not.
That's fair.
No.
He is not.
Yeah, and if anyone takes that as a signal, well, we'll deal with that.
Yes.
The plan is to go up to him and start talking to him, so they'll notice eventually anyway.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We'll just head over.
Okay. You head outside. You travel kind of across the main threshold out to the individual. You can see that they've got their eyes closed, and as you approach, they open one eye and look up. Before they open the other eye and just kind of look up at the two of you. Morning.
Morning. Can I help you at all?
Depends.
On what?
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm going to leave it up to Vinny to see how much information he wants to give.
Well, presently, I'm the occupant of the house that you're staring at. So I was just wondering if we had any mutual business with each other.
You see he always looks up at you. Make me a persuasion check.
Zooming in the scope on his forehead.
Is a 27.
Damn.
27. Okay. You watch as he looks up at you, and you see that he reaches into a pocket. Do you react as he kind of goes to reach into a pocket?
No, not immediately.
You watch as he reaches into a pocket, pulls out a small piece of paper and just kind of unscrolls it and has a look at it. No, you're definitely number 14. And you see that he looks up at you almost suspiciously. As you see he begins to stand and almost begins to reach behind him a little bit.
I'm gonna hold out a hand as if to stop him, not like physically interjecting, just like a stop sign. Maybe if you could just explain what you're doing here, we could both go about our days.
If I do that, I might get in trouble. You might be who I'm waiting for. And you see that his hand is fully behind his back at this point.
Mortar is going to telepathically connect with Ellie and say, can you cast Detect Thoughts on this guy quick?
Yeah. re-up detect thoughts.
Okay. So, surface thoughts are... Did I get the right place? I mean, this is number 14, unless they've changed the number. Unless I've been given the wrong address. These individuals do look shifty. They might be who I'm here after.
Well then, if you are after him,
Oh shit!
then isn't this perfect? What is it you needed him for?
He looks at you, and you see there's a pause as this happens, and Ellie, you hear the following. You hear the following across his surface thoughts. She's a devil. As he kind of wrinkles his nose a little bit, not in disdain, but I'll say, Mortar, you pick up on the fact that he kind of lightly sniffs the air and seems to pick up on seems to pick up on something. And Ellie, you pick up on the information that he has identified Kirv as a devil, and in this instance seems to be preparing to defend himself in some fashion, or potentially attack.
Okay.
You're not sure.
Mortar's holding, but that kind of makes him... his fingers resting on the trigger now.
Okay.
I've got a feeling this is a guy that's been sent to meet us.
Just want to double check. Gotta be sure.
Mortar, go ahead and make me a stealth check. I'll say with advantage because of the location where you are, and you would have expertise for this as well. So it's most likely going to be a very high roll.
Oh,
but this is just
this is going to be a
hidden.
No worries. This is going to be a because it's plus proficiency again, isn't it?
For expertise, yeah.
That's plus 15 to stealth.
Okay.
All right. Nat ones are always a thing.
With advantage.
Oh shit! Yeah, awesome. So 11 for the first.
Obscured as well. So 11.
Okay, 11
15,
for the first. 26.
Okay. I will say, with your perception and Vinny, with your insight, there is a flicker of almost his eyes as he seems to note Mortar's presence.
Whoa.
Okay.
In this moment, as he looks up, you see he looks to the other window. He looks to the other window as well, and he looks at you and shit. And he's gonna take a swing.
Okay, I'm shooting.
I would like you all to roll for initiative, please.
Oh man, I am glad that I put that. I am glad that I put that in. Got that advantage on initiative. Come on.
Ooh!
Oh shit! Let's go. Oh hell yes, that's very good.
Okay, let's get this combat rolling.
Yeah, good shit, guys. I'm very glad Kirv is out there. I am very glad Kirv is out there.
Let's do...
Me too at this point.
Yeah,
I am
that was a
inclined to
huge.
think this isn't the guy picking who we wanted here.
Well,
because I think he would have been. He would have.
He was really cagey. He was really cagey.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
At the same time, I'm inclined to think that this can't be the assassin, can it?
Well, unless there's a... I mean, it's possible. It's entirely possible, but it seems unlike the Sons of Silver that we dealt with before. So maybe it's worth having Beau maybe check the back just to make sure that we're not being flanked.
Okay, so 25 and up.
26.
Nice.
Okay, 25 to 20.
24.
20 to 15.
16.
15.
16.
Oh shit!
Did you say 15 or 16, Ellie?
15.
15. Okay.
Guys, we're standing on business today.
I still need to roll for Beau. Could someone roll for Beau, someone roll for Romulus, and then I'll roll for Carver.
I'll roll for Romulus.
I'll roll for Beau.
Okay, so...
Oh, that's good.
Carver...
He got 19.
Hell yeah.
Does Carvern have advantage on this because of her levels in... Yes.
Instinctive pounce?
Yeah. Feral Instinct. Close.
Feral Instinct, okay.
Okay. Carvern got a 14. So Carvern is below Ellie. What did Beau get, and what did Romulus get?
So Beau got a 16 on the die.
Okay, that's very good. That means that Beau got an initiative of 26. So Beau is going same time as Vinny.
Oh my word!
And what did Romulus get? Ellie?
19.
19? Okay,
I
so he
rolled
got
a
21. So he is...
Guys! It's a new day!
Okay,
It's a
so
new day!
I will say that Beau isn't going to take the... I'll say that Beau will take the initiative and make an attack, but there will be an attack incoming from the individual, which will be an attack towards you. I will say, Vinny, you have your reaction as part of this. It isn't necessarily going to be a surprise attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll say this will just be a free reaction in response to his one swing that will open combat here.
Okay.
Okay, so... Does a 22 hit you?
It does indeed.
Mortar will use his reaction. Save your one for a moment. We'll use his reaction for Mark of Misfortune.
Okay.
So re-roll the attack.
Okay.
Sorry, just to... is it probably better if I just do intercept?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, go for it.
Intercept instead, then. Which would be provoking disadvantage.
No, I reduced the damage by 1d10 plus 5.
Nice.
Okay. So instead of the reroll.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That looked cooler in my mind as well.
And Vinny can also
I will
do
also
uncanny dodge.
yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh, this is thick. This looks awesome.
So go ahead and roll that d10 for your interception.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
Come on.
We're gonna fucking dog walk this traveling salesman.
Genuinely, dude. Like, it's a new day, people.
Oh my god, it's been too long. Which one's the d10?
Green.
Green, thank you. Oh, that's a 10!
15 damage.
Get in.
Nice.
My neighbors probably hate me. Oh my word.
Okay.
That's incredible.
So that'll be 15 reduced when you're ready.
Okay. So, blue reduced by 15.
Yeah.
24 points of damage are reduced to 9 points of damage. With the uncanny dodge, that is again halved to 4.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, good job, guys. Good shit, people.
What was that, sorry, Vinny?
Is that the order? Just to double check, because I couldn't remember if we'd done it the other way around.
Oh, that's right. It goes in the most optimal version for you. So it would be halved from 24 to 12 and then nullified by Kirv.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So in this moment, as Vinny, you go to step back out of the way. Kirv, you lift your scythe in this moment and catch it on the weapon. As you watch as a warhammer gets almost brought over, and as it strikes, there is a heavy ringing motion, and you hear, "Watch out, boss!" as Filch has now arrived in the morning.
That is so hype. Oh my word.
As you catch the warhammer, he looks up at you, and almost there's a moment of pause in this, but he looks at each of you and still maintains a heavy stance. So, now going to the top of the initiative order. Vinny, I will let you go first in case there's anything in particular you would like to do before Beau takes any shots.
Okay. He was standing with his back to the wall, right?
He was basically leaning against a fence.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so there's not much opportunity to get flanking with Kirv.
No.
Yet.
Unless you want trespass.
Even then, attacking through offense would mean that he'd get cover bonuses. So it would be a +5, but it would be negated by 3/4 cover because of how small he is.
For sure.
So it would just cancel out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say over the telepathic bond. Right. Prepare to get moving, but be cautious. I think we can keep this guy here.
Hell yeah.
And if I attempt to make a cold shot, that's plus some amount to his effective AC.
+2 to his AC if it's a relatively obvious part to hit. So, for example, a whole leg, a whole arm, stuff like that. If it's a more finer point, like, for example, a hand or an eye, then it's a +5. So if you were to, for example, try to disarm him, he would get a +5 bonus to this, because it's trying to hit something that's harder to get to.
Yeah, and then it's half the damage for the...
Yeah, and it's half damage regardless.
Yeah, for the DC, was it?
Yes, so it's half... Yeah, the DC will be equal to half the damage that you deal.
Okay. In this circumstance, I'm just going to attack normally with Songwriter.
Okay.
Sorry, it's been a little while.
No, that's all right.
You're good.
First time having combat back since we got back to the beginning of the year.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. 4 dice for sneak attack currently.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right, when I select normally, Kirv is here, so sneak attack will apply. Oh, hello. Again.
Oh, we lost one and then gained it back. Okay.
Yeah, Dan's having the whole internet thing, I think.
So, assuming that a 31 hits his AC...
That's also a crit as well for your
Songwriter
as well.
Songwriter...
So, before you roll any dice for the crit, he is going to use his imperfect guard.
Okay.
As part of using imperfect guard, he must roll a Constitution saving throw greater than the damage that he is taking. If he succeeds, he gains temporary hit points equal to the damage he's taking. This is his reaction.
Oh.
Okay.
I quite like that.
Okay.
I get that.
What is the total damage that you have just for the first bit? So it's 22 plus 6.
22 plus 7.
Plus 7. 29?
So
okay, that's not
29.
enough for him to succeed. He only got a natural 9 on the D20 roll. He does not have a plus 20 to his con save. So go ahead and roll your critical. It goes through as normal.
Okay. I'm also going to defensive flourish.
Okay, yeah. Does that also double as well? You just get the better of the 2 die?
Just get the better of the 2 die than my AC, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I also have advantage on the weapon damage dice, so I'll re-roll those.
In a minute. Yep.
In a moment. That's just the weapon and the sneak attack doubles.
Okay, so roll that.
That's the defensive flourish.
So we got a 3 and 6 for the advantage on the
3 and
damage.
6.
So 5 and 6. Okay, so total damage is 47 plus 7. So 54 points of damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Takes 54 points of damage. Okay. Burns through his temporary hit points. Okay. and you gain 3 points of AC. As you slash down with Songwriter in this moment, where his weapon is otherwise hooked on Kirv's, you go to strike. You go to strike against him, and as he goes to pull his warhammer back, Kirv, you have it hooked in place, and he can't guard with it properly. As the strike catches and cuts along a portion of him, as it does so, you watch as dust and stone begins to almost fall away in this moment, as he pulls his arm back, and in that moment, kind of jerks his warhammer free to one side, and as he kind of takes that damage. You watch as with the other arm he throws the rag and blanket he was using off, reaches down and grabs what looks to be a war pick at his side, and goes into a dual wielding stance.
Okay. Cool. Feels largely pointless. I'm going to make my offhand attack with Sundance.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 21
Does
to hit. Does not hit. Fair enough. That makes sense.
As you come down with Sundance, you see that he kind of shoulders into it, and as it cuts across the pauldron, it doesn't manage to land a clean hit on him.
Okay. As with my AC up, as I'm in full fighting stance, and having done what I hope is a pretty significant hit to him, I'm staying in place, trying to stay right in his face, and I'm going to call out, if you're not an assassin, you picked a hell of a day to be acting shifty.
Roll me a persuasion check.
That is a 25 in total.
25 in total. Okay. You see in this moment, there's almost a moment of hesitation and a slight bit of confusion in that moment. Ellie, you still have Detect Thoughts up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, roll me an intelligence check.
Oh,
if you roll high enough, you will pass on the information that you get from the Detect Thoughts to the rest of the party before Beau takes his turn.
Intelligence check.
Yes.
+5.
+5, okay? I will say the DC for this, given the nature of this... Actually, just roll it. Roll the d20 and see what you get for the intelligence check. I'll base it off of initiative orders. That's a natural one.
Oh boy.
So,
actually, this is kind of important. I've got Tides of Chaos or Inspiration. I'm going to use Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
At least I'll get that back.
Yeah.
When I eventually blow everyone up. Fuck me.
We have an inspiration.
Do I burn this inspiration? Because this could be... Yeah, fine, I'll burn the inspiration.
This could be pretty huge, yeah.
Yeah. Screw that dice.
19.
19. That's as good as it's getting for me.
Okay. In this moment, as you have this, as you are reading his thoughts, there is an immediate spark of something which goes across his consciousness, which is, he's a very convincing assassin. I'd still like to smash his face in.
With the assassin?
He's only seen 2 of you, and he thought both of you were shifty.
Okay.
And he's seen people with guns in windows. So.
Okay, so you just hear Ellie's voiceover like, "Stop! I think this is the guy that we actually are waiting for. He thinks you're the assassins."
Okay, I will say Beau won't act unless told otherwise of the telepathic bond. Mortar, are you acting? You hear this information.
Mortar hears that. Mortar's gonna hear that. His intuition is very rarely wrong. He will disengage from the window, returning his weapon to Black Scorpion. Mm-hmm. He will begin making his way upstairs, and he'll start telling everybody to move out of the back entrance and start moving towards the cafe.
Okay. Romulus on his turn will do the same, joining you, kind of taking Carol with. Kirv.
Okay.
So I did display this over the telepathic bond, so everyone is aware.
Yeah.
So we're aware of what Ellie said.
We're aware that we're starting to move out of the back door.
Yeah. Currently, Romulus and Mortar and Carol are making their way out the back door. Kirv, you and Vinny are otherwise out the front. Beau's providing you cover, and Ellie has just said that this is potentially the person you're supposed to meet up with. Actually, sorry, I forgot. After Romulus, that's when he goes in the initiative order. So, he is going to make... Yeah, he thinks you guys are assassins. He is going to make 4 attacks. So...
Rude.
First one... Yeah, he's going to make 2 versus each of you. So, starting with you, Vinny, he will make an attack with Calamity. That is a 19. Does that hit you?
Not with Defensive Flourish, no.
Okay. As the Warhammer swings down, otherwise missing you in that moment, he spins and is going to take a strike at you with Sharpener. That is a 22. Does that hit you?
Just, yes.
Just. Okay.
I'm going to Uncanny Dodge.
Yep, that's fine. So, Sharpener does that. Plus, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. In this moment, you are close enough to Kirv that you would get her +6.
Was that an attack miss on the first one?
Yes.
Okay, I'll roll the con save. +6, you said?
Yes, +6 from the...
Okay, 16 total.
Okay, that is a fail. You take... Okay, so you were uncanny dodging this, so we halve the physical damage. Kirv, are you using interception on this as well?
Once per turn, I believe.
Yes, but the first attack was a free one that was being made against everyone at that time, and then all of your reactions came back after that for the purposes of it was just a free attack at the beginning of combat.
Oh, then yeah, might as well. Yeah, I'll roll another d10.
Okay, go for it. So this would be advantageous for you. So it would be...
That'd be minus 12 damage.
Why can't I do math? Okay, so the physical damage is nullified as the war pick in this moment is caught in Kirv's weapon once again, but just enough of it manages to otherwise pierce a little bit through your armor that you feel a sudden burn as you take 20 points of poison damage from the war pick. Even just a tiny scratch causes a excruciating amount of pain to shoot up your arm where it just caught you.
Shit.
Okay.
He's then going to make his 2 attacks versus you, Kirv. First one with Calamity. That hits. That is a 30.
Oh, yeah, that does hit.
Okay. That is 31 points of bludgeoning damage as the weapon collides with you, and as it does so, you feel this sudden shock run through your system. That means that Sharpener now gets follow-up strike, so he gets to make it with advantage. That is a 22. Does that hit you?
Yes, but I could use shield.
That's a reaction. You've just used it to intercept.
Fuck, you're right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, it hits.
Okay. And make me a Constitution saving throw, please. This is against the poisoned condition, so you may have advantage on this, and I don't remember if paladins are immune to poison, or it might just be disease.
Disease.
But I also have the belt.
Yes, the belt of dwarven kind, so you'd have advantage on this.
Oh, you're sure it's... okay, cool.
Yeah, there's advantage and resistance to the damage as well.
Oh, yeah, that's very nice. 18 plus 11. So, 29.
29. That will succeed, so you would take half damage, and then half again because you're resistant.
Cool.
So, follow-up strike with Sharpener does 24 points of piercing damage and 14 points of poison damage, half to 7, half to 3.
Sorry, what was the first bit of damage?
24.
24.
As he takes these 4 attacks, after missing with the Warhammer, he spins back around, otherwise unhooking it and using that momentum to strike into your wrist. As he does so, there's a little bit of a shakiness, and as he pulls the Warhammer back, the Warpick slams into the same spot as if it were weakened by the first attack, and as it hits, there is that surge of pain, more so from the pierce, that otherwise goes straight through your wrist. As he uses the Warpick to hook and almost manipulate you in this moment, pulling the hook, pulling the Warpick out, and taking a defensive dual-wielding stance in a rather unorthodox manner. With that, Kirv, it is now your turn.
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that pissed off Kirv. She's scowling at him, and she will attempt, I think, to cast Hold Person on this dwarf.
Okay. What's the DC?
Wisdom save 20.
Wisdom save 20.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
22 charisma plus your high level now, so it's...
Fucking do it.
Yeah, it's adding up, plus a +1 focus from the scythe. So, yeah.
My word.
So, as you reach out with your magic to otherwise surge across the individual here, he is going to burn an Indomitable for that first roll. That will succeed. As in this moment, you go to hold person on him, and you watch as he feels the magic before you watch as he just taps the butt of each of his weapons together, and there's almost this ringing motion that almost seems to clarify his mind, and the hold person just fades away as he shakes it away and looks at you and looks at Vinny and is very much in a aggressive kind of manner here.
I'd say the Hold Person spell presents as vines coming up out of the ground, attempting to wrap around him.
Mm-hmm.
And just with that sound, that echo, they just die away.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's sick.
With that, Ellie, what are you doing?
Okay. Do I attempt to try and talk to this guy? Because he's probably going to expect someone like me. Or do I run?
Whatever you feel is best.
You know, I'm going to step outside, out the front, not the back.
Okay.
And Ellie will be like, okay, that's enough. I think there's miscommunication here.
You watch.
Have you been sent by High Arbiter?
He looks at you as you say those words and just goes, and there's a sudden realization of going from this aggressive posture to, oh shit, I've hit the people who I came to protect. And in this moment, he just kind of goes, my Jeez. My bad. As he looks up at you two.
Over the telepathic bond, you just hears, "Oh, for God's sake." One day.
So I was kind of like, what? Like, what happened?
So, in this moment, Vinny, your passive insight is high enough to realize that whoever this Dwar is, he's not here to assassinate your mother. With the communication from Ellie and the reading of his mind and kind of the detecting the surface thoughts, he seems to have been sent to protect her. The individual you were told would be coming in the morning, the second delivery.
For fuck's sake.
Interesting. Second delivery was a person, not another item.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Kirv lowers her scythe and like just puts her hand to her head. We're a fucking clown show.
Look, we both
also,
are.
Romulus are just sprinting with Carol.
No, he's not.
He'd
He'd made it to the back door with Carol, same as you, and was waiting to hear whether it was a go or stay.
Yeah.
So,
I gotcha.
So if anything, this means that you can now go back in the house without necessarily making it too suspicious. You can see that people have begun looking out their windows at this point with the sounds of clashing metal and shouts of pain. And people are now noting that there are individuals in the street. If any form of stealth that you may have tried to have in the beginning has now been shattered in the local neighborhood, as he stands and just goes, "My apologies, my name's Oro. I was sent by the High Arbiter to escort Carol Swiftsail to some place of undetermined description."
Kirv, we're with Carol.
Right, so...
Vindication, Swiftsail.
You're her son. Why didn't you start with that?
To be fair, you could have started with, "I'm not an assassin."
I thought you were the assassins. You came out of her house.
Hey, should we take this inside?
Yes,
that's probably a good idea.
I was only informed that... Sorry. He heads inside and just kind of trudges up the stairs, just carrying his two weapons, and just trudges inside and goes, "I was informed that there would be a centaur by the name of Ellie Fleethoof, who was weirdly formed with tentacles and creature parts, and also escorted by a shady-looking individual with a gun. Neither of you two fit that description, and I saw two gunmen in the windows. I thought you'd already tried to come and kill her." With your detect thought still up, you can tell he's exasperated. He's annoyed at the situation, both annoyed at himself, but also annoyed at you, and just annoyed at the whole situation as it took place. Because you did 54 points of damage to him, knocking out his temporary hit points and damaging him, and he just mucked up two of you with some pretty decent hits.
Yes. I will say, though, your hit's pretty gnarly.
Thank you. He said it was important and wouldn't have called in this favor if it wasn't for this, so... Alright.
Okay, well, you can fight and you're taking this seriously, so let's say no more about the misunderstanding and get back to business, shall we?
Sounds good to me.
Right.
Anyone got some healing?
Don't look at me, I fight.
Blowing up.
He's gonna use his second wind. He heals back all the damage you did to him.
Oh, fuck it out.
But he's a level 19 fighter. This guy can punch.
Would explain it.
Yeah, I can actually. It's not much healing though. Yeah. How urgently do you need this?
And I can do some healing on myself. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
I was just hoping not to use my own resources.
Valid.
Romulus hands you a tasty treat, so you can have 6 extra temporary, or 5 extra temporary hit points.
Lovely.
Okay. Well, Yes, we are trying to take Carol to the sunny side cave. Oh my god, what page is it on? I found my notebook.
The one down by the coast?
Sunny side cave. Yes. She'll be staying with Capietta.
Right. Are we going straight there now? Or are you planning to go later? We've made a little bit of a ruckus, so...
There's probably not much point sticking around here after that.
No, and I think stealth's out the window, so...
Mortar will exit the room and just use spatial awareness. Specifically aimed at the entrances. Just in case someone's trying to take advantage of this.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anybody in the nearby vicinity. There are people who seem to have gone to windows and stuff in like their homes and such, and you saw them doing as such. And quite a few people were kind of looking to see what the commotion was. Very much there sounds like there's a fight outside. I'm going to go see if anything needs to happen, such as going and alerting other guards that something's gone wrong. And stuff like that. So people just looked out the window to see what was happening. Some people didn't bother, some people did. But most notably, people have otherwise either gone back to sleep or anything else, as they seem that it's resolved. Peacefully would be a strong word to use, but better than the death of someone.
Okay, no worries then.
Oh, I mean, I guess we should probably make a move. I mean, sooner the better. If they're aware that we've possibly got more people, they might try and get more people.
Suppose that's true. He didn't tell me who was after them, just that they were assassins. Said that he had to keep it hush-hush because it could be suspicious, so... Yeah.
Yeah. Apologies for the lack of information. If we knew more about who the targets were, we'd have tried to pass that on.
Ah, that's alright. I was out drinking last night and he just said he called in a favour, so I was told to come to this address. And he hands you a small piece of paper that just has written on it your mum's address, and that's it.
Okay. You know, that's fine. You're here now.
Yeah. So what's the plan?
Well, are we gonna still try with stealth, or shall we just all go together?
If you do, I'm not going to be very good at it.
Stealth may not be the way to go, but potentially deception could, and Mortar will cast Disguise Self on himself and become Carol.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll go...
His
we can make it a little more complicated.
Sorry.
You shut up right now.
Not the boots.
Oh, naturally. Boots complete the look. Yeah, I was just going to say we can add another layer to this and try to make things a little more complicated for people targeting her.
That could work.
Yeah, if they try and take a shot while we're moving.
So,
Mum's not been out of the house since we got back, so that could be what they're waiting for.
Well then, and Kirv also casts his disguise self and also becomes Carol.
Carol otherwise looks at you two and just goes, "This is very off-putting having three of me in the house, but I guess..."
Have you ever wanted to high five yourself and Mortar hold up a hand?
She high fives. So we got 3 Carols. Which one's the real one? Carol puts up her hand. Got it. I'll try to.
Mortar will put up his hand.
Kirv will also put up her hand.
It was the first one.
Oh, okay.
They're messing with you.
Okay, I'll try to keep track of that. All right.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to keep detect thoughts up just so I keep track of who's who now. Gosh, darn it.
Well, you have telepathic bond, so you're okay on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. It is true.
Okay, so yes, we go. I mean, if we're not going to try and do stealth, then I will have my elementals out to help.
All right.
Don't worry, they don't bite. Well, unless you bite first. Then they bite.
Depends. Are they made of beer or meat?
No.
Then
Metal
you're all
and
right.
stone. Fire.
We'll get along quite happily then.
Perfect. All right.
Something I can do, but it will knock me out of the telepathic link. I can stop telepathy from influencing me in terms of people can't read my mind or speak into my mind or anything if I cast it. Is it worth me doing that and then just being guided by people in the way to go, so it kind of sells the act a bit more? Because then it also means that if someone tries to determine who Carol is through detect thoughts, they won't get anything from me, and they may assume that whatever delivery, if they were there for it, arrived, is something that I'm currently wearing.
Would work. We'll have to make sure. Yeah, I mean that would work. Definitely make the your Carol aesthetic more convincing.
Yeah.
Was our courtesy?
You're getting way into this.
Mortar, I'll do a backflip.
Look at the real Carol. I wonder.
I can't.
Yeah, no effect.
Mortar will go, you just did.
We could keep Filch on Carol's shoulder. Might make her look more suspicious and not the real one.
Potentially. It might be worth having Filch circling over. Could be
Just
worth having
circling,
Filch circling around. Yeah. I mean, just in terms of like having an extra set of eyes that can just see everything is a huge boon.
You got that, Filch?
All right, boss. Filch otherwise flies out the window and just begins to just act like a crow.
Okay, so
He goes and finds a nearby bird feeder.
I will, if it's okay with you, Vinny, cast invisibility on the real Carol.
Nice, yes.
Yeah, that works. We've got a few
Okay.
layers.
Oh, that's huge.
Obfuscation.
Right. Okay. Then I will cast, as we go to leave, I will cast invisibility on Carol. To keep track. How am I going to keep track of her? Do I get her to ride Terrador?
Well, the next deception that could be really good, this might sell it, if we have either me or Kirv with Vinny, have the other Carol with another member of the party invisible, guided. Namely, so that way people will naturally assume Vinny won't let his mum, who's being targeted by an assassin, leave his sight, right?
Okay.
Makes
If
sense to
you
me.
go with Vinny, because you're the one, if they try and detect your thoughts, they won't get anywhere.
Yep.
Kirv, you come with closer to us, and
I'm the sacrifice, Carol.
Hey, you signed up for this by looking like Carol. And Carol, try and stick as close as you can to Terrador. If something comes, he will take the hit.
Which one's Terrador?
Oh, I will introduce you when you get outside.
Okay.
It's a big stone cat.
Friend.
Okay.
Stone friend.
Okay. Understood.
He's friendly. Don't worry.
Okay. You
Right.
also, and this is more of an above table thing because you said you were going to do it ahead of time. So I'm just going to ask again. Vinny, were you casting Death Ward on Carol?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanting to make sure so you can mark those off because this was something you
Mhm.
mentioned last session. And I don't want it to go be set that I didn't mention it. So
Just checking, is that something that can be visibly seen on her?
not with invisibility active, no. Unless somebody has detect magic, they're not going to see any of this stuff. If they've got detect magic, they'll see a blob of illusion magic plus a small blob of aberration magic, which will be very tiny and hard to see. They will see a blob of illusion magic around you and Mortar, and then they'll see your magic items and the beacon that is Oro because he is wearing his weapons and armor that he pulled out of the cupboard. Or I should say out of the museum so that he could use them.
True, but it gets them to burn a spell slot to do so.
Yes, this is very true. It's just one of those that detect magic can, in theory, see it, but it's something they'd have to be looking for.
Yeah.
They'd also have to be close enough for detect magic as well, because it's a 30-foot range, I think.
Hopefully being in the vicinity of Terador would also distort that a little bit.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, with, his aura of conjuration magic. You are a pretty bright group, so...
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. That's the only time I'm complimenting you before we start anything.
Yeah.
All right.
When stealth's out the window, there's always the option of noise pollution.
Yeah,
that's true.
Drown them out.
Just to confirm, I will ask for a marching order at this time then. So, assume that you are going in the direction of the blue dot. I also need to know, is anybody concentrating on any spells? Is invisibility concentration? Is disguise self concentration?
No, I don't believe so. Let me double check.
Is concentration, so I'll be concentrating.
Yeah, not concentrating.
Okay.
And it lasts
No,
an hour.
so I don't believe disguise self is concentration. No.
Okay. Oro will be with you. I didn't get a tile for Vinny's mother, so here, have a innocent civilian who should work. Not human, but oh well, it'll do. Okay, so marching order. Head of the party is this concentration marker up here. Who is where? You can position yourselves accordingly. Streets in this place are plenty wide, and it's early enough in the morning that you can get away with moving about as you see fit. Just note that you cannot go more than 4 wide. And you'll have to squeeze to 3 or 2 wide if a cart goes by. This is all just so I can get all of this in place before we potentially end the session and move on to it next week.
Okay. Carol will be with me. I would prefer it if she could write Terador, because she'll always be in proximity.
That's Terador.
It's right, I'm also about to summon Roni, so...
Oh! Alright. Alright, where's Filch? Let's get everything in here.
Fuck, she'll bring Treladex out too. I'm not.
You want Treladex? I got a tile.
Sure. Why not?
Alright, Treladex.
We ball.
Is Treladex coming out, or is Treladex just...
If something happens, he will appear.
Okay, I've got Treladex's tile up here. That'll be fine. Okay.
Okay. Would it make sense if I go in the middle of these two? With whichever...
yeah, it'll be Mortar that's with you.
Mortar?
Okay.
Yes, so Mortar will be with you. So what I've done is I've just made a note. I'm going to put it in the group chat of just everything that we're doing, just so it's easy to track. So Mortar and Kirv disguise self on Carol. Mortar using a psychic immune to evade telepathy. Carol is invisible with Terador. Carol has Death Ward cast on her, and Mortar is next to Vinny to portray the illusion of the real Carol.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I'll just put that in
Carol
there.
Carol can, then I'll have her riding Terador. I don't know if she can get on without throwing a hit.
She can. The main thing is that might is that she won't then be able to properly capitalise on the boots of speed if she needs to run, because she'll need to dismount from Terador.
Okay, then we'll just have her follow.
Okay, so then we've got fake Carol here. Whose shoulder was Filch going on? Oh no, Filch was flying around. Yeah.
Filch is overhead.
So, Carvern, Beau, Romulus, and Oro. Where would you like them?
I will go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oro will go here to portray the illusion of protecting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Romulus will probably go next to me because his reach weapon.
Yeah, and I'll say Beau will be on the other side to
Carvern probably next to me then.
Next to you. Okay. So,
good.
This will be our marching order. This is a chaotic marching order, but it is worth noting. So, as you leave the house and begin to make your journey towards the Sunnyside Cafe, that is where we will end our session for now. And we will come back to this with all those notes, if you're okay to post those notes for me, please. Oh, did you put them in?
Already done?
Oh, you put them in general of my Discord rather than the group channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, my bad.
No, that's alright. I'll post them in the group channel. There we go. So, as you all prepare, as you all step outside, spells have been cast, preparations have been made, you prepare to move forward with this. And that is where we will end our session for today. But we will be back next week. Is everyone alright for next week on the 15th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Let me just see if I'm going to be late. Next week, 15th, I will be there and be on time.
Wonderful. So, we will have a session starting at 7, and we will begin the journey of escorting Carol with this blob of allies and the chaos that it may then ensue, depending on what happens. So, for the stream, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.